This month is National Recovery Month, giving us the opportunity to hear the remarkable stories of healing that do exist. Today, we are joined by mom Christine Naman, who celebrates her daughter's recovery every day. Christine, welcome, and tell us about Natalie. She wasn't the stereotypical addict, was she?
No, Natalie was not. We are, middle class, and I think that it's common among all walks of life, but maybe not what people expect. They have a stereotypic idea of what an addict is, and she was not that. Came from a complete family. We were just a typical family.
So what happened? What is Natalie's story?
Well, Natalie's story is, again, probably common. She started at 12, 13, experimenting with pills. Before I knew that, I thought, oh my gosh, that's so young. I never even thought to look out for it that young. But then when I did my research, I realized that 12 and 13 is a very common time to start experimenting. And then she moved on to other substances until at 15 she was on heroin and fentanyl.
Wow. And tell us how old she was when she got clean and when her miracle began, I guess, of her life.
Right. Well, she is now 24 and she has been clean for about 2 years. That's just amazing. She's the bravest person I know, and I couldn't be more proud of her.
Well, congratulations to her, because that is huge and she should celebrate that. Well, we know that you're full of compassion and understanding and hope for addicts. And we also know that you've written a book called About Natalie. Tell us a little bit about your book and how you think it will help families here in Northwest Missouri.
Well, I'm hoping that it helps people. Being the loved one of an addict is a very isolating experience. You feel alone, you feel shamed, you feel embarrassed, you tend to close up, within yourself and not want to share. I struggled with those feelings, and then I realized, if I'm feeling this, so are so many other people. So I wrote about Natalie as an outreach to those people, as a hug, as an embrace to say, you are not alone. I also wrote it because my daughter is beautiful and quirky and brilliant and all, and so cherished and so loved. And sometimes people forget that addicts are those valued people. And I thought, if I allow people to get to know me and my family and my daughter, maybe I can beat down some stigma and make people feel that they're not quite so alone.
That's so true. There's a person underneath that addiction, right?
Well, sure is.
I know that you put some of Natalie's compelling poems into this book. Tell us a little bit about that, what we can expect.
Well, I can say that she's a much better writer than I am. She is, I'm a mom and I'm biased, but her poetry is brilliant. She went all in. My contribution to the book, I went all in as a mom, and I told of the heartbreak and the celebrations and all of that. And I was as raw and as real as I could be. And I asked Natalie to contribute a little bit of her poetry. And she just, like I said, she went all in, and she just really gives people a glimpse into her thoughts, her feelings, and what her side of that world is.
Well, Christine, I want to thank you, because even her going through the pandemic and being sober and having this experience, we know that drug addiction is up. We know that people are using Narcan. They're trying to save lives right here in our area. And hopefully this story will help somebody, help a family member. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, we're going to take a break and we'll be back.